Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We just took over some areas in Central America. And I think the United States is in a war right now, so I think it might be time to continue to do that. We got Nicaragua already. We could still get El Salvador and Los Altos. El Salvador is going to pull in the Mosquito Kingdom, but I don't think that's going to impact us. Let's see what a protectorate looks like. Well, Mexico's at 0. Not gonna. That's playing with fire right there. Mexico's got a solid army. All right, so we'll go against Los Altos for now. I think maybe we just grab the state. Yeah, I think that's what we do, and then we hand it off to. Ooh, Josian is improving relations. Wonderful. And then we hand it off to Guatemala when the time comes. Probably right after we turn them into a dominion. Los Altos refuses demands. That's fine. That's exactly what we expected to happen. No surprises coming in there. We will still need to naval invade, but I don't need to mobilize this army yet because I'm perfectly happy with it not mobilized and continuing to reduce my debts. As you've seen, for those of you who have been following the channel for a while, you know I very much do not care for government debt when I'm the government. Let's go ahead and increase. Let's build one more construction sector. We'll at least queue it in. And maybe we'll swap one construction sector over to iron frame first, and then go to 2. Maybe. We'll see. A good vintage. The wine produced in Beira has been lauded by sommeliers as outstanding. When people say that something ages like wine, they don't always make the distinction between wine and wine. So let me make that distinction. If you can get your hands on a bottle from Beira, that bottle can be more than just a good time. It can be an investment. Make this an exclusive product for export. That will be extra prestige. Or increase production to meet booming demands, extra output. I'm gonna get the prestige output. Like, no one wants our wine the way we would like. In fact, I'm gonna set wine to encourage exports. Tea the same. Basically, all of our really cheap products. And having a little bit of extra prestige will be nice. We don't have a lot of prestige, but if we can overtake Mexico, that would be really swell. Technical talents. Inspired by the prowess of French engineers and academics, the technically inclined Catholic Church have begun to align themselves with the Portuguese-French Friendship Committee. I'm still going to have a hard time saying that. By our standards, with the methods they employ in their manufactories, they often find themselves saving half a man-hour per worker to produce the same output we do. The building I toured had quite an innovative lighting system as well. Imagine, if you will, shifts being able to extend up to an hour per day. His mustachioed compatriot was already pulling out a paper, drawing a line between disparate sets of calculations. When the two sums were placed next to one another, he let out a low whistle. We'll make great strides together, or our creations far outstrip those cheap French toys. Yeah, sure. We'll throw the Catholic Church in the pro-French group. What could be worse? Oh, Leopoldo Coutinho, the Lisbon shooter, has retired. And who has taken his place? Roberto Cabral, a pacifist. Interesting. Very interesting. Armed forces have become less happy. Can't imagine why. So if I increased government... No way. Not until I've got more more puppets, at least. Nicaragua is not going down. Well, it's going down a little bit. And Guatemala is continuing to go down. So that'll be fine. Do I have 2 arms? Alright, beautiful. So I don't... It's not a, Where's my fleet? Okay, they're already there. Alright. For some reason in this patch, we keep missing, There's like a bug associated with these things where it changes the view to countries not in conflict. We are fully mobilized, that's fine. Again, this is costing us money, but not that much. Let's take a look at our ammunition trade routes. Honduras, damaging relations. Well, that's a shame. But Honduras, we're such good friends. Beautiful. And now Portuguese Chiapas is ours. What's the over-under? Okay, France is... got a defensive back. Alright, that's fine. That's completely fine. We can stay chill. We can stay totally chill. Don't even worry about it, France. We're fine. We're chilling. I'm not threatening countries in Central America. You're threatening countries in Central America. Yeah, I think we're definitely throwing this construction sector in Beira into construction. Finances are looking solid. I think we can afford it. I can't really afford to build... Okay, so now, with them in the middle here, I could grant them mass communication. Excellent. So that would reduce the liberty desire by 5. Let's do it. That state's your problem now. Alright. Great Britain's going after Fouta Jalon. That's fine. That's just fine. And banking is spreading. Do I have enough authority? I do. To do one more consumption tax. Let's throw that on porcelain. It's just a little, a wee consumption tax. It's not going to get us much, but every little bit helps. Britain. Can I get piles of cash, please? Can I help you for piles of cash? But it's my favorite thing. Armed forces are waffling back and forth between happy enough and not happy enough. What if I put in a wage hike for the military? That would... I'm actually not going to. I almost always do, but I'm not going to this time. Because I'm really trying to increase the size of my construction sectors. In fact, this new one that we're building, I'm going to set that one to iron frame. That's going to increase costs significantly, but it's going to increase the demand for iron by about 50, and that's going to... I think our trade routes will flex down to accommodate that, and then we'll be fine. We're bringing in liquor that we don't need to be bringing in, so we'll get rid of that. We're bringing in paper that we do still probably need. This coffee export route is not useful. These ammo routes we do need for now. Alright, so how does this change the finances? Alright, beautiful. They're going down. It's fine. It's what's needed. It's what's intended. It's what we're trying to do. Vacancies are getting filled. Very good. And that's going to make the cost of iron rise. Alright, beautiful. So, we're continuing to build. So how long is this iron mine going to take? A year. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts real bad. It hurts real bad, but what are you going to do? Once we've got the Atmo pump engine, a lot of that will be easier. Let's queue in another tooling workshop in Extremadura. Okay, y'all are still hiring. That's good. The price of iron is going up because of this. It is what it is. I'm building up the iron supply as fast as I can. These two are kind of dependent on each other in a pretty significant way, iron and tools, while you've got the iron tools production method active. Just because it's so much like that. Just because like they both require each other and there's so little leeway. Once you've got the Atmo pump engine, things will be a lot easier, and that's going to go down in about a year. And after that, it's mechanical tools, and that's going to help us out a bunch. Bessemer process is not yet active. Mechanical tools is going to allow us to get a steel production method. So I think we'll queue in a steel mill in Beira. Get that building. And I think after this iron mine, we'll work on those. Clippers are still expensive. Really hoping the private sector works on that, because I don't think I can afford it. Yeah, here we go. So now we're really feeling the pain of those higher production methods, but it's worth it. Getting faster. Getting faster production methods is of critical importance. A monument to the Queen. A statue of Queen Maria de Braganca was commissioned, and it has been suggested to be displayed proudly in Extremadura. Persistent is how you would describe the look on the face of the statue when it smiles down on you. Eyes that flicker in the opposite direction of the sun, though maybe you are just imagining it. A monument worthy of the Queen, extra prestige. Pops become more radical, or perhaps not everyone wishes to be reminded of the Queen. Petite bourgeoisie salty. I can live with the petite bourgeoisie being salty. This doesn't... Oh, no, I am depending kind of on that. Alright, a monument worthy of the Queen, then. It's fine. It's fine. I still have this artillery shortage. I am for sure going to need to build up an artillery plant eventually. Not soon, but eventually. So let's go ahead and add that to the construction queue. As you can see, the construction queue is getting larger and larger. In fact, now I'm even less confident about the whether or not building these naval bases right now is the right call, but I do think it will be useful in the long term. How are we going down in prestige? Oh, Sardinia and Piedmont went up. Damnable Dutch East Indies. Eclipsed by our rivals. Curses. Ooh, an agitator. Oscar Cuervo. Start a movement to enact no colonial affairs. He's a pacifist. How curious. Oh, and France has formed the Imperial Circle. Interesting. Hey, Hudson Bay Company. Any chance you can give me huge piles of cash? No? Okay. Sad. 0 support and 0 radicalism. Alright, well, he's not long for that position. There's Bessemer process, so that's fine. That doesn't do anything particularly for us. Let's see what we get spreading to us now. Yes! Atmo pump engine. Alright, faster Atmo pump engine is for sure going to be useful. We need to import the necessary tools, but this will be a huge help in terms of our mines. This will probably allow us to get our other construction sectors over to iron frame, and that will be incredibly, incredibly useful. Yeah, this will really, really increase our iron supply. And I hope that we'll be able to afford the increased costs, because the increased costs are going to be significant. Alright, we'll continue on speed 5. This is just going to go a bit longer, or speed 4. This is just going to go a bit longer. So let's look at things. How would it be if we... Oh, right, we don't have an interest over there. Well, let's declare an interest back in Niger and see what our options are in terms of taking another protectorate or two. Oh no. Actually, France, what type of power block do you have? You have a military treaty. Interesting. It would be potentially quite effective to join your power block. Perhaps when the time comes. We'll see. We'll see what power blocks there are. Can I see what their mandates are? Yes, I can. Alright, so all you have is defensive cooperation, which is the basic one. British Empire, what about yours? You have colonial offices, which does not help me. Zoverine, you have police coordination. Ooh. Extra authority from law enforcement and reduced political movement radicalism. That's really strong. Definitely some interesting options. Yeah, I know, but where's all this artillery going anyway? I've only got 2 barracks using it. More artillery really that much? I guess it is. I guess it truly is. Alright, they're all going down now. Excellent. Excellent. Soon. And we are still in debt, but we won't be much longer, except for the fact that all our costs are about to go way, way up. Defensive pact with Dynam. No, thank you. I don't want to get dragged into... Someone's going to conquer you eventually, Dynam, and I don't want it to be my problem. Come on. And there's the Atmo pump engine. So, let's go ahead and throw... that into effect. It's going to cost us a bunch of coal. Well, we need to bring coal in from somewhere. I'm sure somebody's selling it. British market is selling coal. We will set that to protect domestic supply until we've got a mine of our own. But the private sector is building one. So that's going to significantly increase our iron output. And with that increase in iron output, I'm taking the plunge. We're doing it. So, iron's a little low. Is this trade route increasing in size? No. Alright. So we need to bring in more. Alright, coal's good to go for now. This is being built in Zululand. Alright, perfect. Infrastructure is just fine. State is not in a situation. Perfect. Alright, so things could be going better. Things could be going better right now in the customs union. Let's bring a little bit of iron in from the American market. Let's bring a little bit of tools in from the French market. Just to rectify our deficiencies for the moment. let's get these things built up, and then I think one more level of tooling workshops, and then one more level of steel, and then one level, or first level of steel mills is going to be the proper process. How long is the private sector going to take to build this coal mine? 22 weeks. All right, so that's not too long. I can live with that. I can live with that. Yeah, we'll keep the tooling workshops going. We still don't have a lot of leeway, but we've got enough. And if we can continue to build up supply, we'll be fine. We'll be actually fine. Plus, as these countries continue to fall in liberty desire, I can continue to reduce their autonomy to increase my diplomatic pact income, which will be very nice and useful. Also, as my economy grows, minting is going up, so overall, that number's weird. I don't think that's real. There it goes. You can't lie to me. You can't lie to me, game interface. I know you. Spain's still happy with me. France is still happy with me. Great Britain is still happy with me. Alright. New Grenada is improving relations. Well, that's a little bit of a surprise, to be honest. Oh, right. I was going to look into conquests in Africa. I have Sokoto in on there. So, okay, there are a couple of different... Netherlands and Denmark. So, not going there. And what about Dahomey? I'm going to conquer CB. Head of Gobir. Head of Sokoto. Sokoto could actually potentially be a problem. Not because their army is particularly high-tech, but just because it's large. So I think I'll wait on Dahomey once again. The temptation is extremely strong to simply take again, but I do have to be conscientious. I am not a huge world power, as I have been in many of my previous runs, and I need to make sure that I'm not going absolutely buck wild. Oh, interesting. So rural folk are demarginalized. Landowners are still incredibly strong. But I might be able to get away with something. Appointed bureaucrats is good. Professional army is solid. Could go to dedicated police force. Landowners would be a little salty about that, but nah, it's the possibility is very low. Flip over from religious schools to private schools or public. Let me see. Catholic Church would almost assuredly oppose either of these. I think I'm good with that for now. I don't necessarily need those things. Let's go ahead and improve relations with Austria. And did we improve relations with Prussia yet? Not yet, but we don't have the influence at the moment. I think I can halt relation improvement with Mexico for now. And focus on Prussia. Oh, never mind. I cannot. I don't have the diplomatic reach. Tooling workshops are still taking forever. But it's necessary. Things are very tight in this market. Alright, so... Did the private sector build those mines? Yes, they did. Alright, can't hire. Alright, let's start cutting trade routes. Bam, bam, bam. Start hiring. Excellent. All right, the mines are profitable. It's harsh, but we're doing it. We're of course needing to buy tools, which again is creating a difficult feedback loop, but they are starting to hire, so this should be just fine. Let's cut this paper route. I don't need that route. I can live without it. Having another tooling workshop will also dramatically increase the tool supply and will make me not nearly so dependent on tool imports. It'll also give us a lot of flexibility in the system. Because again, that's at core what we're looking for. We need the flexibility. Oh gosh. Iron is actually really, really tight. So we'll need to build up more of that as well. Tripolitania improving relations. Ooh, power of the purse unlocked. That's nice. Alright, let's go ahead and increase the production method for our naval bases that way. Are you still having so much trouble hiring? Why are you having so much trouble hiring, mines? I'm gonna have to subsidize them. Hire, you fools! Why can't you hire? Okay, here we go. They can't find engineers. Rough. Difficult, even. But that's okay. The Pops will slowly promote into this as long as there's jobs available. So it should be fine. And if we continue to subsidize, this building will I mean, like, it's going to be profitable eventually. It's just having a little bit of a hard time now. How much are we paying in subsidies right now? Pretty much none. Yeah, almost none. We're just paying enough to bring over engineers from other businesses. So that should be fine, because we got to get this coal in our market. We got to get a real coal supply around here. And here is tooling workshop number 2 coming up online. That's going to provide us with some flexibility and allow us to stop relying on foreign tools. And is a tooling workshop. It's not hiring right now, so let's cut the tool trade route and see how tools look. I'm going to swap the tooling back to no priority. Coal, we will... I think we'll do the same. Iron, we'll leave that where it is. Alright, so with having another iron mine, with having another tooling workshop ready to go, tooling is now doing okay. No, thank you, Great Britain. I know how this works. I am no fool for you, Great Britain. No fool at all. Excellent. Luxury clothing sales are going way up. I'm very pleased. Gonna need another level of coal mines, actually. In fact, we might need another level of coal mines sooner rather than later. So let's put that at the top of the queue. And then the iron mines are going to have to be there as well. We're just going to have to increase our industrial output like crazy in order to do all of the things we want to do. How are the subject states looking? Alright, beautiful. So actually, let's go ahead and reduce Guatemalan autonomy. So they're at 73. That's fine. That's going to increase Nicaragua's by a little bit, but that's all right. We can live with it. And that is going to about double our diplomatic pact line income. Again, pretty small overall, but as it continues to grow, will add up to be more. Standard of living is slipping just a bit. I'm really hoping that doesn't create a problem for me long term. And there's the Atmo pump engine. Through the widespread introduction of the atmospheric engine in the mining industry, productivity is at an all-time high. When steam first began to pump and wheels go round at so many revolutions per minute, what are called business habits were intended to make the life of man run in harmony with the steam engine, and his movement rival the engine in punctuality. I'm sure we can squeeze a little bit more out of these machines. 33% throughput, oh that's really good. Or perhaps there's an even better way, a bunch of progress on water tube boiler. Oof. I love getting me some free progress, so we're going to go with that, even though I would love that mine output. Innovation's a major choke point in my economy right now. I've just got to keep it increasing. What if I took over Ecuador? Oh, I can't take over Ecuador. They're a minor power, same as I am. Oh no, they're not. They're insignificant. Well, what do their armed forces look like? They're all in their capital, line infantry and dragoons. We are superior to them in strength. Let's move our interest there and see what happens. No, they got to guarantee independence by the United States. Never mind. We'll keep doing what we're doing. One of these days, it won't take me an entire year to build a building. And on that day, I will be a happy cat. In fact, I could probably, if I'm being realistic... But here's the thing. This is only going to go up as we continue to be in debt, and I do not want that. So, wait a minute. I don't need this steel mill. I don't have mechanical tools yet. I'm not going to have mechanical tools for another 20 months, so I don't need that steel mill yet. Where do I have... Do I have anywhere I can produce sulfur? Yes. Where? Alentejo, that's very well and good. Sunda Isles and Togo. Let's go with Togo. We're going to need that for our paper mills, because you know as soon as we get mechanical tools, we're going to want to increase the paper mills to sulfite piping, and that's going to take some sulfur. Still, that's going to take some time. Ah, I feel silly. Ooh, and there's banking. Nice. Reduced loan interest rate and extra minting is very, very important. Ooh. And France is bankrolling us. Well, that is nice. How good of them. I'm sure they're doing it with no ulterior motive or anything. I'm sure it's completely just because they see us as a friendly regime. Definitely not trying to bring us into their military alliance. Number of radicals is slowly going downward, which I am appreciating. Unfortunately, the extra opinion from all these loyalists is only really going to the industrialists, but that's alright. Anyway, that is all we've got time for today. Friends, I've had fun. I hope you've had fun. And I'll see you on the other side.